call a shade, so it's not right. Okay.
Both sides looking to progress in this. Dover, 4 changes from the side that lost 3-1 to Dartford on Tuesday at Crabble. Out of the side go Alfie Paxman, Luke Wanadio, George Wilkinson and Checky Candy. Coming in are Tyrone Sterling, Ranjit Krasnicki, Reece Grant and Alfie Pavey. And that's a lineup with Stuart Nelson celebrating his 41st birthday today in goal. Miles Judd, Krasnicki, Jake Goodman, formerly of Ebbsfleet, Mick Brundle, Jordan Higgs, Alfie Pavey, Lee Martin, another former Fleet player, Tyrone Sterling, Luke Baptiste and Reece Grant, another former Ebbsfleet player. On the bench for Dover today, Alfie Paxman, Will Moses, Luke Wanadio, George Wilkinson, Checky Candy, Noah Carney and Harrison Byford.
Following our impeccably observed and respectful minute's silence on Tuesday, we again ask that you stand with all members of the Football Association, our local community and the whole country before our Emirates FA Cup match today to observe a minute of silence and reflection ahead of Monday's funeral, to remember the life and reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The minute's silence will begin and end on the referee's whistle.
The start of the game. Dover are attacking the plough end, which means the Fleet will attack it in the second half. Dover get the game underway in their navy blue kit. They were here less than 3 weeks ago when Ebbsfleet came away with a 3-0 win. Joe Martin, no relation to Lee, is right. Had an excellent game on Tuesday evening. McQueen to Bingham. Bingham, oh, lovely ball to McQueen, and it's parried away by Nelson. Nelson doing incredibly well. McQueen getting into the box with real pace and threat. Instead of complaining, Solly needs to get on with it. Goes back to McQueen again. He tries the short one to Solly. McQueen to his left. Here's McQueen. McQueen left foot. Drills it in, but it's a good take at the near post by Stuart Nelson. Short ball to Solly. Solly playing in midfield today, which is first time I think he's done that this season. Now McQueen down the left-hand side, oh sorry, the right-hand side. He gets past Martin. Martin grabs him by the neck. That's a free kick to Ebbsfleet. Will the referee do any more with Martin, because McQueen had wriggled past him and has got amazing pace. And if the referee lets Martin go unchecked, it may be setting a precedent. But no, he's calling Martin over. No yellow card, I don't believe. It's just going to be the free kick. Lee Martin keen to prove the point to them. It's Solly with the free kick to Hayden Hollis. Oh, and one bounce. Hollis, I think, fouled as he went up over Goodman, but the ball trickling past the post. Hollis coming in from Chesterfield in the summer to Monlouis. Monlouis chips it up to McQueen. He's got behind Krasnicki. McQueen in the box. McQueen pulls it back, but it's Sterling who read that better than anybody else. And Pavey's a mile offside, but the ball doesn't come to him. Chapman's back to tidy up. And Chapman does well to chip a delicate ball into the path of Joe Martin. Joe Martin rides 2 challenges. Pavey was very late with his. And there's Bingham putting pressure on Goodman. And the referee coming over now. I think he may have a word with Pavey. And indeed, it is going to be a yellow card for Grant for his challenge. Get the feeling that Ebbsfleet may change that and use their considerable pace that they've got. And here's McQueen going through the middle. What can he do? McQueen, edge of the box, slips it to Bingham. Bingham, oh, he gets a sight of goal, but it comes off a defender. It's going to be a corner. Chapman to Martin. Inside to right. Bingham. Oh, it's Monlouis. Goes down. Martin, fouls him. Now, how many times is the referee going to allow Martin to continue to foul before he produces a yellow card? And there's a man down on the far side. It's Monlouis holding a shin, and Cousins plays it out so that Monlouis can get some attention. He's got one or two instructions for him, and John Batty also. And there could be a substitution. I can see the board is in the hands of one of the physios. And it maybe isn't good news for Monlouis. Kieran Monlouis receives applause as he walks in front of the main stand. Not the luckiest of players with injuries and illness, but when he's on song, really elegant young man. Now Pollion back heel to Tanner. Tanner's got Brundle in front of him, but he's going to try and get in the box to Pollion. Pollion, edge of the area. Bingham, McQueen brought down by Martin, but a referee allows play to go on to Tanner. Tanner teasing. Back to Josh Wright. Now Chapman cutting in from the left-hand side. Brought down, but referee allows play to go on as Solly's got the ball. Solly to Chapman. Chapman back to Tanner. Josh Wright. Tanner. Plays the ball back almost onto the halfway line where Hollis plays a 1-2 with Solly. Hollis. Back to Solly again. And now Josh Wright to McQueen on the right-hand side. Hugging the touchline. Right. Fleet can't work an opening. Dover very compact. Hollis. Quickly into Pollion. Dominic Pollion opens the scoring. 40 minutes on the clock. It was so slow, the build-up, but Pollion with his 10th of the season. You can't give him a chance like that. And the celebration's quite muted.
In the 40th minute, making it 1-0 to the Fleets. Number 14, Dominic Pollion!
Tanner on the run. Tanner up to Pollion. He's in the box. Pollion, oh, and it was a wonderful intervention by Brundle. He took the ball off of Pollion when Pollion just needed another second. Couldn't get Goodman away though. And Baptiste in midfield is robbed by Solly. Now Pollion. Pollion shoots from distance. A diving save by Nelson, and the keeper dives to his right. And Pollion's able to intercept. John Batty linking with McQueen. Now Solly. And there is the half-time whistle. They go in at the break with the Fleet. A goal to the good. Really tepid first half. It's in action next Saturday away from home. And it's the Fleet to get play underway. Joe Martin on the left-hand side. Crosses the halfway line. Leaves the ball to Chapman. Martin out to Chapman on the left wing. Oh, a good ball inside to Tanner. Tanner in space. Oh, and it's inside to Bingham. Bingham, oh, he stabs at the ball, and it's a good take by Nelson. Tight on Solly. Now John Batty. Will he pick out Tanner? Yes, he does. Tanner running inside Krasnicki. To Pollion. Oh, and it's off the goalkeeper. Stuart Nelson does well. He's brave at the feet of Pollion. But he goes long. Oh, and that comes off the upright and rolls away. That was close. Krasnicki comes short, but the ball goes long. Well, Nelson got a pair of hands to it. He parried the ball northwards and scrambled it away as Krasnicki takes this free kick, left-footed, swings it out to the right-hand side. John Betty there. Judd's there. Judd on the ball. Oh, he pulls the ball up well. Oh, and a header at the far post. It was a man coming in. It was Brundle at the back stick, and Brundle missed his chance. Could have guided that into the net, but here comes the corner. And Bingham doing well in his own defence in the 6-yard area. Takes the ball off of Baptiste. Now McQueen again. Solly takes a man wide on a decoy run. Baptiste pulls down McQueen. He's not happy about that. Baptiste should go in the book. And the Fleet fans angered by that, as is Dennis Kutrebe. Goodman still up there. And there he is, Pollion on the right-hand side. He's got Tanner in the middle. Pollion, what's he going to do? Is he going to have a go on his own? No, he squeezes the ball into Tanner. Tanner, it's Josh Wright over the bar. Tanner takes the corner. Oh, and it's hit the post. Bingham just not going for him. Tanner, he wants some help. Chapman's running forward from defence to make himself available. He's staying on the edge of the box. Here comes the corner. John Batty! And it's a goal for Ebbsfleet. It's 2-0. Tanner's corner. John Batty header. Once again, it was almost slow motion.
2-0 to the Fleet.
So Sido John Batty finds himself amongst the Fleet goal scorers. He adds his name to the list of players who've scored this season. Back to Goodman. Ball played through for Hollis to deal with. So Bingham. Oh, Bingham's touch to Pollion was brilliant. Pollion's through. He's behind the defence. Rundle's trying to catch him, but Pollion missed the goal when you'd have you'd have staked your house on it. Pollion, though, he slid the ball past the right-hand post of Stuart Nelson's goal. It's a go short. Takes the ball from Tanner, gets it back. Edser again. Here's Edser. Left-footed. Oh, it's a take by Nelson, who certainly in their next 2 league games, both of which both sides face away from home. Here's a shot coming in for Dover. Oh, and it's turned away. It was Lee Martin. He wanted to get on the score sheet, but he produced the shot that forced Cousins into a save down to his left. Dover come again down the right-hand side. Ball with Higgs. Oh, and they've left it in the middle to Pollion. Pollion's got Goodman in front of him. Pollion inside to Bingham. Bingham! Oh, Bingham missed it. He sliced wide from 6 yards out. It's just not going for Bingham. Pollion could have buried that, but he served it up to his teammate. Sterling over the head of Pavey to Solly. Edser gets the last touch of the game, and it's all over. It's finished here. Ebbsfleet 2, Dover 0. Ebbsfleet are through to the 3rd qualifying round of the FA Cup this season. Dover go out at this stage, and the Fleet move on to an away game next week, which will be at Hungerford, followed by a trip to Oxford City, and Dover will move on to away games at Weymouth and Welling. So from me, for BBC Radio Kent, this is Charles Webster saying thanks for joining us. I'm glad you've been with us this afternoon. It's been an Ebbsfleet win. It's finished Ebbsfleet 2, Dover 0.